April 18, 1945. Over the vast Philippine Sea, a lone Japanese Zero fighter plane, trailing smoke and losing altitude, appeared in the morning sky. At the controls was 20-year-old pilot Tadayoshi Koga. His aircraft was critically damaged, out of fuel, and he was hundreds of miles from his base. Below him, an American aircraft carrier, the USS Bogue, sailed on. For the American sailors, a lone Japanese plane closing in meant only one thing: kamikaze. The anti-aircraft guns swiveled, ready to blast the Zero out of the sky. But then, something strange happened. The Zero wasn't diving. It was lowering its landing gear. The gunners held their fire, bewildered. Was this pilot actually trying to land? It seemed impossible, suicidal even. But Koga, facing certain death in the ocean, decided to take a 1 in a million chance. In an incredible display of skill, he guided his crippled plane onto the deck of the enemy carrier. The landing was rough, but he made it. The Zero screeched to a halt, and stunned American sailors surrounded the aircraft. Instead of a fiery explosion, the canopy opened, and a young, terrified Japanese pilot emerged with his hands up. Koga was captured. He had been taught that Americans were brutal monsters who tortured their prisoners. But what he experienced was the complete opposite. He was treated with respect, given medical attention, and interrogated humanely. This act of mercy shattered his worldview. For the Americans, this was an intelligence goldmine. They had never captured a fully intact, latest model Zero fighter before. The plane was immediately studied by engineers. They discovered its strengths, its weaknesses, and its secrets. This knowledge was invaluable, allowing American pilots to develop new tactics to counter the Zero, which had dominated the skies early in the war. The information gained from Koga S-Zero is credited with potentially saving thousands of American lives and helping to turn the tide of the air war in the Pacific. It was called one of the most valuable landings of the entire war. As for Tadayoshi Koga, his journey was far from over. He grappled with the immense shame of being captured, a fate considered worse than death for a Japanese soldier. Yet, he was alive. He was sent to a prisoner of war facility, where he was told that after the war, he could return home. Koga was left with a complex storm of emotions: the dishonor of failure, the shock of his enemy's kindness, and the bewildering reality that he had survived against all odds. His desperate gamble didn't just save his own life. It inadvertently altered the course of aerial combat in the final months of the world's greatest conflict.